Exploring multi-factor authentication and users on eHive. But what is multi-factor authentication? Multi-factor authentication, or MFA, is a way of making your accounts online more secure. Previously, to log into eHive, you needed an email address and password. If someone other than you knew your email address and knew your password, they could log in as you. If you share those details with others, or particularly if you share your eHive passwords with other accounts online, that could make your account less secure. It is becoming increasingly common for individuals, organizations, and IT teams to require MFA for security reasons, so this is now available to you on eHive. eHive MFA verifies you by sending a unique, single-use password to your email address. The login page asks for your email address, password, and this single-use password as an additional check. You can enable MFA authentication by going to Settings, Users, and selecting the checkbox to Enable MFA for all users. You can turn this on and off at any time. Now, when any user for your account logs into the system, they will be prompted for their one-time password. The eHive system will have emailed this to you. Copy the 6-digit code, valid for 15 minutes, into the eHive login screen and verify to access the account. This MFA setting is applicable to all users for any given account. So let's talk about the differences between users and accounts and some different scenarios. An account is best considered as the organization or collection you're working on. In this example case, the account is for Joa Lane Museum and it has an account ID of 207782. We sometimes ask for the account ID number when we're helping you. A user is best considered as the individual email address used to log in. On our free starter plans and our bronze tier subscription, there is only one user for the account, the administrator. This means that the email address, or user, logging into the system has a one-to-one relationship, one user to one account. On our silver tier subscriptions and above, you can have more than one user per account. So let's look briefly at the differences using for Joa Lane Museum. The administrator has full access to everything the system allows for their subscription tier. The curator role has full control over creating records, but loses access to all settings, the ability to edit the account profile, and they cannot delete records in the recycle bin. The viewer role can only view and search on your records and create reports. This is particularly useful for researchers when your records are private. The Joa Lane Museum has one of all three types of user, each with their own email address and password. If I, as the administrator, enable MFA, all three of these users will need to authenticate using MFA when they next log in. Now let's look at a more complex example, where some users have access to only one account and other users have access to multiple accounts. We have a fictional, small cooperative of organisations looking after their heritage in the United Kingdom. 4 organisations: Lady Bower, Froggatt Edge, Mam Tor, and Monsall Head. Each of these organisations have their own users for administrator, curator, and viewer, just like our previous example at for Joa Lane Museum. They also have additional administrator users associated with the parent organisation, Derbyshire District Digitisation Cooperative, or DDDC for short. That cooperative has an admin and a finance person. Both of these users have access to all 4 organisations' accounts as administrators while they work together. The native administrator for one organisation cannot access another. For example, the user Ladybower admin cannot access the Froggatt Edge account. At the end of the project, the native administrators may choose to remove the cooperative accounts and allow each organisation to retain full independent control. The cooperative admin actually has their own starter account. They use this account just to maintain a public profile covering the cooperative's work. Because they do not catalogue any objects on this account, it can remain a free starter account, and they can then navigate to any of the other 4 organisations where the digitisation and catalogue work is happening. They do this by selecting the user profile, either by selecting the person icon or from the menu on smaller devices. From there they can then switch account and choose which account they would like to visit. The cooperative finance user does not need their own account, so instead when they log in, they arrive at the first account they accepted an invitation to join, in this case Ladybauer. The finance user can navigate between the accounts in the same way. MFA for these users will be dependent on the settings for the first account they arrive at when logging in. Thank you for joining us on this overview of multi-factor authentication and users. eHive. Collect it, connect it, show it to the world.